The Hero Rush event is now live in Clash of Clans, and it is pretty good this time around. The event troops are really strong. We will dive into that later, and you can get up to 20 chests and a cool scenery from the event rewards if your clan does pretty well. We will open some chests later on in the video as well. Running alongside that, we have the Splash Bash event, which can help you unlock the Heroic Torch. To be honest, I do not recommend investing in that equipment at all. It is an awful investment because we have way too many troops in this game that either go through walls or go over them in general, and unless it gets a massive buff, I don't see it being relevant anytime soon. Let's go ahead and get into the attacks. Okay, I lied. I've been sitting on 10 chests, so we're going to open them real quick and then get into the attacks. Hopefully, I'll finally have some good luck. Starting with a rare. I will take a builder potion all day. Another rare. Decent. Common. That's okay. Don't need it, but alright, that was awful. Something good finally? Not at all. Alright, 5 more. 5 more. Something good this time. I feel it. A common. Love that. Another common. Wow. Let's change it up a bit. Never mind. Another common. Dark Elixir. Great. A rare. And Hero Potion. It's fine. I think I'm maxed. And a morsel. Okay. Nothing fun. On to the attacks. Bye. So I understand the 8 rocket loons look a bit unnecessary, but keep in mind that we do need to take out at least 3, hopefully 4 wizard towers, because that is what the witches target first. Hopefully we can get a few with the Royal Champion Charge, which is my primary goal in every attack with this army, but in case we aren't, we do need those rocket loons to clean. After scouting, I believe I can take out those top 2 near the rage compartment with my champion charge, and the rest of them can be left to my rocket balloons. Keep in mind that 3 bombs have to be dropped on a max wizard tower for it to be completely destroyed, so if you are in a high DPS area, you may need to drop 3 at one time. And because this base is symmetrical, I just drop my RC between the 2 towers and let her choose which way she wants to go. I don't need to put any thought into that, just where I'm going to send in my army after the funnel is made. You want to make sure that you are not too conservative with your invis, because a hard funnel is pretty mandatory with this army. You do not want her going down prematurely. And if you're starting to think that I am not being very quick and kind of wasting time, you would be correct. That is because this army is very speedy and will move throughout the base in just over a minute as long as you funnel correctly and have some cleanup troops, which is why I use the siege barracks there in the northern corner. The speed of these witches is what ultimately makes this attack so very strong. As long as you do a good job of setting a funnel and taking out the wizard towers early on in the attack, you shouldn't have any issues with this strategy whatsoever. It's not hard, but it is certainly not easy. And the final part of the attack that I will cover is the clone and rage spell that I incorporate. There's not really a set time when you should use these, but I usually save it for if my witches split and half of them go away from the Warden aura. Then I drop that rage and clone together to give them more damage output and protection, and usually that works out pretty well, but you can do whatever suits you the best. And luckily we will be starting with a nice 3-star on to the next attack. Now this base is a bit harder to funnel, and then those spaces around the Town Hall and Fire Spitters will make taking those out a bit of a challenge, but luckily the wizard towers are all on the exterior, which will mean taking those out will be simple. I think what I'll do is start with the isolated wizard tower up north and then send my spirit charge in from the southern corner, and hopefully I can reach that Town Hall and get a few hits in. And while she is charging in, I will take a few seconds to talk about the channel as a whole. When I started this, to be honest, it did kind of feel like another job. I am not good at editing, I was not good at making thumbnails, and recording felt more of a chore than anything. But that has started to change. I've enjoyed the editing and recording process. I've gotten a bit better with my attacks, and my thumbnails and overall editing quality has gotten better in my opinion. But with that being said, if any of you have constructive criticism, advice, or even supportive comments, I would always love to hear them. Now, back to the attack. If you didn't notice, during my blab session, the Royal Champion created a fantastic C-shaped funnel. That makes me very happy because I feel like we're going to get a 3 way early on in the attack, and I will also get fantastic clone and rage value as my blob of witches nears that center area. Okay, I will admit that that minion prince ability was awful. However, as long as you take care of the fundamentals with this attack, you should still overkill most opponents 9 out of 10 times. And after some further thought, I think the only true downside with this army is the fact that Legends League and Clan Wars will be draws or ruined for the next week, or at least during this event. The army is just too strong, too fast, and there are no current meta bases that can defend it whatsoever. And alright, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys are all able to dominate in your Legends League's attack this week. And if there's anything you take away from today's video, do not invest in the heroic torch. Bye!